Do you want to make puppets, but you don't know what kind of foam to use? Watch this video. Hey everyone, Deluxe Puppets coming to you with another Tip Tuesday. Today we're talking about foam, so buckle up because it's going to get a little nerdy. All right, I am a foam nerd. I love foam fabrication and I love making puppets out of foam. But you might be wondering, what are all the different kinds of foam? Well, there's about 3 or 4 that I use primarily in my puppets, and I think that's probably about as much as you'll need to make a number of puppets for you. I get my foam at Atlas Foam Products in Sylmar, California. They'll even mail you a box of samples so you can check them out. All right, there is open cell foam and closed cell foam. Closed cell foam, meaning that there's like no bubble texture, it's smooth. Open cell looks like it's bubbly. So let's show you a few examples. There's upholstery foam, which you can get, at any upholstery shop. There is reticulated foam. You can see how porous that is. And then there is also L200 or EVA foam, which is like cosplay foam. And then finally, the one that I like to use is called Super Soft. Now, I use this in just very few applications, but it's very squishy. So let's talk about all these different foams and what you would use them for. So for upholstery foam, you can make your mock-ups. If you're making a first draft or a prototype, what you want to do is use this stuff because it's very inexpensive, right? And you can make a number of iterations at a fraction of the cost of the final product. Once you have your patterns dialed in and you're ready to make the full-on puppet, you'll want to switch to reticulated foam or dry fast foam because it's a little bit more rigid and holds its shape. Now, there are some drawbacks. This stuff will deteriorate over time. It's got a shelf life of about maybe 10 to 12 years of a finished puppet before it starts breaking down and kind of crumbling and turning to dust. Upholstery foam will last for decades, but there's drawbacks. Sometimes when this is glued together, things are a little puckered. This tends to have a nice finish. So if you are making a puppet for film and TV production, I would recommend using this, knowing that the puppet's going to be retired. If you're making something that you just want as a collectible, use this stuff. Now, it comes in different colors. There is some black or charcoal, and it comes in different porous size. You can see the difference between the pores. One has bigger holes, one has smaller holes. Now, if you are in cosplay, then you already know about EVA foam, or as we like to call it sometimes, L200 foam, all right? But Plastizote, if you're in the UK, or EVA, Minicell, this stuff is the closed cell foam that I typically like using for a lot of bodies. It's really, really great stuff, okay? And lastly, we have something called super soft foam, which is great for the corners of the mouth or different parts of the puppet. So use any of these for your application. Happy puppeting.